What up, y'all? BF3 is back. I got on last night, just on a whim. I figured maybe they'd straightened out the weird server issues. You see what has been happening is everyone has rented servers or something, or all the servers are sponsored. I don't even freaking know. In the old days of Battlefield 3, all the servers pretty much had the same setups. And now it's like the wild, wild west. And it was pretty ridiculous and jarring, and it threw me off. Furthermore, all the patch things were just crazy. The tanks were kind of super vulnerable, and stingers were taking you out left and right. So I pretty much stopped playing Battlefield for a few months. And then I decided, you know what? Mass Effect 3, it's kind of getting a bit stagnant. You know, Modern Warfare 3 has been trash. The Ghost Recon Beta is way too host-based. So I was like, oh, let's see what's going on. Man, I got on here with the Splasher and CCDX. We just went on a freaking spawn trap fest. We went into a server that had 300% tickets so that the games lasted a long time. And I kind of felt like since it was a non-conventional playtime, it would sort of take away from the game mode. But when you think about it, on Conquest, what we're going to do is we're going to take the other team and beat them at every gunfight. Well, not every, but, we'll beat them at every flag until eventually they're stuck in their spawn and just kill them as they leave their spawn, right? And then what would end up happening is after, 10, 20 minutes or so, that round would end and we'd go to a new map and we'd have to do it all again just to get them back in the same pathetic position. But because the Conquest lasts so long on this particular server that we were in, once you get them beaten to submission, they stay into submission. And then you get hella kills. The last game we played all together, everybody was like 32-3 or 32-2 or 23-2 or something. It was freaking awesome. What I'm doing here is sniping with a M98B with an ACOG scope and a suppressor. One of the cool things, I don't know if it's cool, one of the things from the patch that changed was supposedly the sniper rifles are one-shot kill at medium range now, which holds true for the most part. And I've just been sort of messing with the different setups, the L96 with the ACOG, and then I used the M98B with the PSO scope, which sucks, I don't recommend it at all. And then I put the ACOG on the M98 here, and then I set it just for the hell of it. I'll throw a suppressor on. Man, this is fun. If you just want to hang out and have a good time, sort of walk around with this kit. M98B, suppressor, ACOG sight, no additional attachment. Oh no, suppressor does take that slot. Yo, this is a dope setup, dude. When you get a kill with that suppressor, it's like you're shooting somebody to death. Go to sleep. I definitely dig on this thing. But overall, I'm totally getting a little bit psyched to play a little more Battlefield. It's been such a time. It's been so long of a break since I've played this game. I feel like I'm over the tryhardiness of it, and I can just enjoy it. And now you have these servers that have such a ridiculously long time where you're in them. I mean, you can just have fun forever. If you want to get up in a jet and scoot around and just feel it out, good times, man. Now, one thing that the patch did do that I really don't like is the fact that they made the primary cannon on the jets almost useless. It takes so long to win a jet-to-jet fight now. If the enemy can boost away from you, you can't take them down. And then that means you gotta use the heat seekers. One thing I did realize is that because flares don't break a lock, what you can do is you can lock onto an enemy jet, fire your one heat seeker, and then as soon as they flare that one off, you can fire your second shot as a follow-up, and you never break the lock, so you don't have to reacquire lock. So that's nice. And then by the time that whole process has gone through, you're about ready to fire your third shot that has been from a product of reloading. So there are ways that you can sort of weaken them up with heat seekers and then finish them off with the cannon. And I think that's the new way that I'm going to do it, as opposed to doing an entirely cannon-only kill on jets. That being said, because the matches can be much longer, it just means that you're going to have longer dogfights with less damage. And honestly, whenever I think you have a prolonged gun versus gun or jet versus jet engagement where the damage is lowered, as sort of frustrating as that may be, it kind of lends itself to the more patient and skilled player, which means the cream rises to the top. So you're not going to get killed by that lucky kid as much. So that's cool. Just some channel notes. Like, a bunch of people say, "Oh, add me on PlayStation. My name's Scroatsmgoats 1943-12879er. Let's play together." And like, I don't know how to say this without being offensive, but all the people that I play with on PlayStation were sort of introduced to me via other people, or I met them in a game and liked their personality. And we all kind of have similar personalities. We have like sort of raunchy senses of humor, no holds barred, friggin' a pretty good sense of irony, and a pretty overall consistent idea of team play where we can turn on and off tryhardiness when we want to. And you know, when we join lobbies on the other teams, we don't try to win. We all pretty much attempt to lose. We join our friends. You know, there's just like a bunch of rules established, a bunch of inside jokes, a bunch of personality traits that we all have in common. And I feel like it'd be kind of insincere to just start adding complete strangers because they watch these videos on YouTube. I mean, if you added me as subscribed on YouTube in order to have somebody to play with, why don't you go ahead and just unsubscribe? Because it's really not what I'm looking for at all. I'd rather have 0 viewers than start adding total strangers. You gotta think, why do you want to add me? Because you know my voice, and you know my personality, and you want to play with me. Alright, that's nice, appreciate it. Why would I want to add you? You are a few lines of text that I have no way of judging anything about you. Would you want to add someone who just said add me? Of course not. You want to add somebody that you know, somebody that you know, like their style of gaming, somebody, more importantly, that you just get along with. I mean, I don't know you. I don't want to roll with you, you know what I'm saying? So do me a favor, just go ahead and don't send me any ad requests or message me or get your hopes up or anything like that. Not interested. Really, just not interested at all. I play with who I play with, and I stay with who I stay with. You know what I mean? You should just use this channel as, you know, a window onto that world, and just leave it at that. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Battlefield is officially back, and I'm definitely gonna be picking up the DLC in June, because after the patch and then the subsequent hotfix, this game is pretty dope again. And I like it. I think you guys will too. If you've given up on Battlefield, go back. Give it another shot. This shit is not whack at all. 360 no scope, bitch. Holler back.